Hi, I'm Lexi. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Life with Lexi. So this has been a long time coming, but without further ado, here we are. So I'm basically going to leave this open to talking about all things life, especially when you've come from a very unconventional manner. I'm here to talk about physical health, keeping great mental health, and also explore living in that way. So I guess through the channel we'll be exploring little things that come up with life, such as life skills, being an unconventional person, how to make them work for you. Mostly, I guess, eating disorder recovery, stemming from my own background of suffering from an eating disorder for 15 years and how I got through and how I'm keeping happy and healthy today. We'll be exploring nutrition, which has been my field of study and something I've been very passionate about for a long time. I'll be talking about training, again, what keeps me well, also exploring relationships, something that's been quite interesting, I guess, in this modern day and come up for me post-eating disorders. I'm going to talk about mum life balance, having a 3-year-old little girl of my own and doing single mum life. Just some little hacks to keep yourself well, to spend the best time with your child, and basically, I guess, talk about the little issues that people don't talk about in mum life. Like, yes, we can see on Instagram that everyone has amazing pictures and amazing life, but let's bring up the times where you are struggling and you just want to have a conversation with somebody and keep it real. I'll be talking about any funny happening. So if you've met me in person, you know that there is never a dull moment, and I guess let's explore that. I mean, life can be pretty serious, but it's nice to make a joke of it, anything. And I'm going to leave it open up to you guys. So if you have any suggestions, anything you want to talk about, feel free to comment, and I guess we'll go from there. I'm in my final year of study, and it has been a journey. I can say that I've got 4 subjects left before I will be qualified with my Bachelor of Health Science, again, specialising in clinical nutrition there. And besides that, I am slowly working on a startup. So this being all part of it, I'm looking forward to bringing more tools and more engaging content for those who are working through getting through their eating issues, and also mental health awareness, but in general lifestyle. That's pretty much something that I have learnt through this, and how to keep my balance there. So I work also as an ambassador in the community and also nationally for companies, particularly around eating disorders and also mental health, that being my forte, again, working with that and lifestyle. Other than that, I teach yoga, something that has been so fundamental in my own recovery, and I keep a daily practice at that. So that has been the one tool that really keeps me going. It's taught me a lot about myself, not only body, but also in mind, and lets me keep that great balance there. I also have a great network of friends which I like to check in with, and basically I'm writing a lot, so stay tuned in that department. So I'm here to keep things real, basically, talking about things that come up with people. So from time to time, yes, we all do go through bouts of anxiety. Sometimes for people this can be crippling, other times it can be functional, and we just don't know what's going on with everyone. So I've created a lot of routines to help work with that, to help work with times where you might not be feeling your best, but little things that you can do to keep those steps going and to keep your life actually evolving in that way. So these are real conversations that I want to have and basically be open about. Things that sometimes people may not talk about, but are essentially going through, which are really common happenings. And through that, I guess, share. That is my main purpose while I'm here. I guess that this may be useful for some people and not. If not, this is not your channel. However, I'm wanting to talk about some things that people might be afraid to, I guess, talk about. As humans, we are all evolving, but sometimes the world cannot be a friendly place. I know when I turned 29, I stepped into more of the world that I had been before. My experience had been life inside a hospital and working through that way. So when I turned 29 years old, I had an experience where I had broken up from my first relationship and I was tackling a different side of life. I had to learn how to engage in more life skills myself, and I got to learn a lot about people and I guess different characteristics that people possessed and things that we may encounter. So the world, I like to see it in colour. I like to see it as a great place, but we know that it can be a journey and there can be times. So I know that there is things out there with gaslighting, there's anxiety caused because we're not having conversations with our friends. There's social media. I know from first-hand experience, if I spend too much time on Instagram, I can go well into a rabbit hole and find myself becoming anxious. So I guess I'm also here to normalize that aspect, and looking beyond that, I guess we are all humans and a lot of us are here to connect, a lot of us are here to share. A lot of us do have good hearts, I believe, and it has been in these days where social media comes in and the comparison and just the little behaviours that we see going on. So I'm just wanting to talk about it and knowing that that is not a side of life that is always real. It's getting back to your roots, doing what makes you feel good, and that is my absolute #1 purpose, is to be here to feel good. I know when I'm not in myself, it's from these little things that I have done where I've gone too far in one direction, but basically always coming back to what keeps me well with my routine and little tips and tricks where we can engage back in that real world again. Thanks for tuning in, and let's start this adventure, and looking forward to hearing from you all soon. Thanks.